Hey everybody, a happy Tuesday to you out there. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. You got my buddy Ryan and myself right here. Ryan, did you have a good weekend overall?
I had a great weekend.
Had a chance to talk about it, really.
Yeah, my niece Isla celebrated a wonderful birthday. It was one of those trampoline, bouncy house type of places, which are awesome. It was great too that like adults can also get on there and jump around, so that was a lot of fun. But it sounds like you also had a great time in Grand Marais.
Oh, so much fun. Saw a ton of people up there, so shout out to all you folks that said hi to me and Kayla and our whole family. Kayla's family's up there. They've got a cabin up there, so every year they go up there for Fisherman's Picnic, and all the vendors and just everybody was so nice. So I appreciate all you up there for just being kind to everybody and having a lot of fun at that festival. It was beautiful weather. It was a perfect weekend.
Sounds like one of the highlights too was banana bread, it sounds like.
Yeah, I had a banana bread stand. I've never even heard of this before at like a place. I mean, it was literally, I felt like one of those 40s Disney cartoons or something like that. You're following the smell of the pie, and I just smelt I honed in on the banana bread and went right up to the stand, and it was amazing.
You ended up at someone's windowsill.
Shoe hunter, what are you doing? Get out of here. But it was phenomenal.
Hey, good banana bread is great banana bread. If bad banana bread, you don't want any part of that.
The dry stuff, yeah. This was moist. It was like there was butter in it, and it was like a mini loaf.
Yeah.
So you just bought your own mini loaf. It was so good. So.
Shout out to you.
Highly recommend it. I wish I remembered your name, but it's somewhere out there. I'm sure you can look it up on the old internet.
You're doing great work.
Yes, it's what we do. Coming up on today's show, though, we're off to Benoit Cheese House, an incredible shop in Northwest Wisconsin, and we're stopping by for today's blindfold, trying to guess some of their best cheeses while actually blindfolded. So not only is it a blindfold shoot, Ryan, but we're blindfolded during the blindfold shoot.
It'll be funny to watch that back because I feel like a lot of the time I just guess the same cheese and it's probably incorrect. But it's hard when you're blindfolded. You go, gosh, this tastes like Swiss, and then you open your eyes, you're like, actually, that's sharp cheddar.
Yeah, I realize how bad my palate actually is. Yeah. Like, wow, I need to hone this in a little more.
Especially as me, I have the same thing for dinner every single night. So it's like, it's shredded cheese. Nope, that's not the case. Dang. Not the case. So stick around for that blindfold. But hey, big shout out to all the parents out there. They're not only there for support, but also storage, it sounds like. 46% of Americans admit they still use their parents' place as a personal storage unit. And it's not just the younger generations. Alongside the 82% of Gen Zs and the 69% of millennials who still keep some of their belongings at their parents' houses, 46% of Gen X confess to doing the same. Now, according to those findings, for many, it's not about materialism or overconsumption. It's actually nostalgia, remembrance, and emotional attachment that people have with their things.
That's true. Our family so much is an emotional attachment to things, and we don't like throwing stuff away. We're going through it right now. We just got a dumpster at my parents' house, and we're just trying to throw mine and Colton stuff mainly. It's all just cluttered with our stuff, trying to throw a lot of that away. But it's hard to look at it and be like, you know what? I haven't used this in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I need to throw it away.
I want to tell my future kid about my protractor that I used in grade school,
There's so many interesting things.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the things that I still have at my parents' house. I mean, like yearbooks is probably a big thing.
Sure.
My apartment's already full with so much wedding stuff, so I don't have much room. So, Mom, Dad, thanks for holding that onto that for me.
Amen. My parents just found a big box of piano books from back when we took lessons, and then we're like, you probably can throw it away, but it's cool to save. I mean, it would be cool to save, but there's like 200 books.
Kids out there could use them.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll donate them. That's what we'll do.
That'd be fun. Or you can have me over for piano lessons.
There we go. Your slender fingers.
That'd be a lot of fun. It is almost time for back to school, but parents are losing time on the road as they keep our things at their place. The average parent losing nearly 7,000 minutes a year in the car when school is in session. A new survey of 2,000 U.S. millennial parents of those school-age kids found that simply driving their kids to and from activities consumes an average of 38 minutes a day over the course of an average 180-day school year. That adds up to about 7,000 minutes, which is the equivalent of nearly 15 8-hour work days spent behind the wheel.
I bet you had a unique experience because you have both an older sister and a younger sister. So I bet you got driven around by Kelly quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I got driven to school sometimes by Kelly.
And then you probably had to drive around Erica quite a bit, right?
Sometimes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So what both ends? Is it interesting either way? Or your parents probably also drove you around.
My parents, occasionally drove us kids.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, no, they waited until we were 16 so we could drive each other.
Yes,
I'm just kidding. But our executive producer, Ben Reed's in the corner, and he was shaking his head saying, yep, that makes sense. The 38 minutes a day makes sense. We're getting kids to and from, and I'm sure, I spend more minutes in a day figuring out the logistics of everything, trying to get them where they need to be.
Very complicated.
Well, here's a place you didn't want to end up with your kid. A mother and her 2 daughters were stuck on Lake Erie while paddleboarding as the sun was setting last week. New video from the Erie County Sheriff's Office found the 3 in the middle of the lake out there. The rescue took place approximately 10 miles away from any land.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's terrifying. That's like the last scene of Titanic when the two are on the door
Yep,
right there.
yep.
You don't want to be in the middle of that situation.
You do not. You
No.
do not. And you know, as we know, Lake Superior can get angry. It can
Yes.
bring you out. And the same thing with the ocean. Obviously, Lake Erie is no different.
Very similar. Yep.
Well, hey, here at work, it's important to make sure you know where your most important files are. So listen to this. A UK-based production company and a filmmaker are now suing Netflix for $105 million, alleging that the streaming giant lost a drive containing a copy of an unreleased espionage movie, which they claim undermined its commercial prospects. Now, the complaint alleges that the film's associate producer hand-delivered an unencrypted master copy of the film to Netflix so the company could then screen it as a potential buyer, and he verbally instructed the employee to delete the files after the screening. However, a little over a week after, Netflix emailed the filmmakers to say their drive had allegedly been stolen.
Something's a little off right there with the story. That's interesting. If that's all true, that's insane.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny about that too is that apparently the movie involves Nick Cage.
Oh,
And you know,
sure.
maybe he stole the hard drive of independence.
He
You know,
likes
like
stealing that Declaration of Independence.
from
You know
his
how that
National
goes.
Treasure days.
Yes.
So hopefully somebody comes forth with that drive. As for other movies, Spider-Man making big bucks at the theaters. The same with The Odyssey, two big hits this summer. And in this video here, a moviegoer gripped onto his snacks as his seat lurched back and forth as he attended a 4D screening of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey recently. So the man captured this footage as he experienced that epic journey at a theater in Qatar. And according to the theater, their 4D experience includes seats that move in sync with the film. You got wind, water, scents, and vibrations. He said his stomach ended up becoming a blender.
That was a little violent. Don't you think
Yeah.
they're gonna have back problems when they're older? That's
It'd be
insane.
hard to sit through that whole thing, especially The Odyssey. It looks like they're on the water a little bit.
Got nachos all over the place.
Yeah, that'd be tough. Well, hey, coming up, we're going to Benoit Cheese House. We'll see you in a bit.
The Blindfold on Northern Life is brought to you by Black Bear Casino Resort.
Well, of course, Ryan, Wisconsin, well known for their various amazing cheeses,
Of course.
And there's a shop in Northwest Wisconsin that has all sorts of incredible and adventurous options.
And there's always a great time when we stop by. Hunter taking us to the Benoit Cheese House, where we got to test our palates for this week's Blindfold.
Okay, so we're gonna do a taste testing with Wisconsin cheeses.
Woo!
Sniff it. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little nibble.
It smells like cheese for sure.
It does smell like cheese. What do people do to like discern it? Is it smell and taste? Is there any other senses that they use? Can you touch something and know what it is?
You can touch
Ooh,
it. Yeah,
really?
try touching it. Yeah, what do you think about that?
It's not like a sharp cheddar.
Can I say what I think it is?
Yes.
I think it's a mozzarella.
Ooh.
Is it mozzarella?
I was gonna immediately say Swiss, but as soon as you said mozzarella, it does taste like string cheese.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Sorry, you both failed.
What? No!
Yes, it's a fresh Kobe. Fresh Kobe.
Oh, it's a Kobe!
Yes.
Off to a hot start.
Right? We're horrible. Ooh, that's
It's a cheese curd. I don't know if it's white cheddar though. It's squeaky.
that's really good.
That's delicious.
It tastes like mozzarella again, I think. I'm going mozzarella.
I'll say white cheddar.
Okay, and Ryan would be right. It's
White cheddar?
It's a mild cheese curd. Which
Nice.
That is what a cheese curd is. Yes, the very start of it.
Oh, look at this big slice.
Oh.
All right,
Oh, it smells. It smells.
that's a distinct smell. A good smell. Is it mozzarella?
Now wait a minute. I'm gonna say Swiss.
Oh, now that you said that,
It's
that
very
is a
thin.
Swiss. That is a Swiss. I'm going Swiss
Is
too.
it Swiss?
You are right on.
Good job, man.
Baby Swiss. Yep. All right, we're moving on with our
Okay.
contest.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's a distinct smell too. That smells
Oh,
like.
it smells like. I had this as a kid. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset when I don't get this.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
it's
Is that just
It
cheddar?
smells like American.
Smoked cheddar.
I'm gonna say American. Oh,
I'm going smoked cheddar.
I'm gonna say American.
Okay, I would say Hunter's more right because it is smoked, but it's a smoked Gouda.
Oh,
Yes,
Gouda.
Gouda
There you
isn't creamy like an American.
Oh.
So you got that going for you, Ryan.
Gosh,
Insert Gouda
it
joke
smelled
here.
awesome.
Yeah.
Little heavier.
This one, the smell?
No, the weight.
Ooh, this one. It smells a little beery. It smells a little bit like an
Oh.
IPA, I would say. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, I can see what. Yeah, like beer cheese. Yeah. I can smell the beer now. Yeah.
Okay, this is definitely like a. Not a Parmesan, but it's a sharper one.
Oh.
I'm gonna go extra sharp cheddar. Going extra sharp
Yeah,
cheddar.
I'll say beer cheddar of some sort.
Yes, let's go!
It's a 7-year age cheddar. 7 years, yes.
Nice job.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
good job.
That was delicious.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Sharp cheddar is my favorite.
That was really good.
The sharper, the better.
Oh, pepper
Easily.
jack.
Just by the smell, pepper jack. Yep, for sure, right?
All right, you're both spot on.
Yay!
We do have this last one.
Okay.
I got some
Let's do it.
chunks on
Okay.
Ryan's right now.
Oh, chunks.
All right, well,
Oh, whoa. Yeah,
How is it?
I believe blue cheese, or what's blue cheese's sibling? Oh, gorgonzola.
I'm going blue cheese. That's
I'm
for
gonna say-
sure blue cheese. One of my favorites
Yeah,
too.
I'll say blue cheese with under.
okay, that's kind of the connoisseur, going with the gorgonzola. I love that. Your palate is very enhanced.
Expanding, yeah.
Yes, but it's actually Baba blue cheese, which is a sheep's blue cheese.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I don't know if I've
yeah,
ever had
yeah.
sheep blue cheese.
Yeah, yep.
That is so good.
Shout out to the sheep.
Come on, we-
I feel like you guys are both winners, cheese
Nice.
experts.
Yes.
I
Nice.
don't know if okay.
I'll take
great.
it.
I think-
Yeah.
I think we both win. I think
Nice.
that's how it should go.
Good job.
That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome. That was a lot of good cheese.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then later on we had this chocolate cheese too. That was amazing. There was so many different kinds of cheeses. I don't think I've ever seen so much cheese in my life.
Because way back in the day, I think it was 2018, I was telling Hunter too that Emma Reckenberg and I went around the morning show, went to the Benoit Cheese House, and we did the same thing. We got, just such great hospitality. We got to try
Yep.
all sorts of different cheeses, but the thing that stuck with me was that chocolate, that fudge cheese that I had,
Yes.
8 years ago, and they still had it. So I brought it home to Mary and we tried it.
Pretty amazing. And we got to do this more often, the blindfolds where we just eat a ton as much as we can. I feel like this should be our blindfold every single week. Anything involving food, please send us your thoughts your way.
It would be great. It would be
Yes.
great. Also, the Benoit Cheese House too. They make all sorts of great, platters and plates that you can
Yes.
make for your parties and whatnot. And you can find the Benoit Cheese House in between Iron River and Ashland, Wisconsin. They're open Monday to Saturday. Over 150 varieties. So stop by, try them all, discover even more great food and options too. You can also visit their website, BenoitCheese.com. And funny enough, when we went to Concert in the Corn, talking about them with Mason, their team at Concert in the Corn were like, well, we're going to go to the Benoit Cheese House because they have all sorts of awesome stuff.
Yes, we're like, oh, we'll just follow you. That's perfect.
Lead the way.
Yep.
Lead the way. We'll be sure to check them out. Before we head to break, this might be too soon. Starbucks has unveiled the official date when their PSL, their pumpkin spice latte, is coming out. Get ready, folks. It is arriving later this month on August 25th. Also, Hunter, the banana bread, they're going to have some banana flavored drinks, including an iced banana bread latte, iced banana bread chai, also something called a chider, which I would assume is a chai with a cider. Starbucks is describing it as a cozy twist on chai.
Sounds pretty darn good.
Sounds pretty tasty. We'll see you in a little bit.
Welcome back, folks. In other news, this is pretty crazy. A distracted driver almost hit a police officer, and a pair of daring dogs chase a giant bear during this week's. Today, take a look at this.
Let's get to Jeremy Roth.
Watch a routine traffic stop turn into a terrifying close call for a Texas cop. The El Paso PD officer was conducting a stop on Interstate 10 when, according to a department Facebook post, an alleged distracted driver failed to control their vehicle and plowed into the stopped car just inches from the officer, pushing the vehicle some 500 feet down the roadway. Both the officer and the struck driver were treated for injuries.
You okay?
But the department said none were life-threatening. They also said the incident is a stark reminder that traffic stops are among the most dangerous parts of an officer's job. Speaking of speedy scares caught on camera, watch a pair of fearless dogs chase a massive bear back into the wilderness. Their names are Badger and Banjo, and they are considered specialists with the Nevada Department of Wildlife, which uses these fast and furious Karelian bear dogs not just to usher wild bears captured in populated areas back into the wild, but to send a message: you are not welcome here. It's referred to as bear hazing, and it's a dangerous doggy duty to be sure, but fear not, the department says every operation is carefully planned and executed by professionals to keep not just the people safe, but the bears and the dogs as well. Finally, a Southern California sheepdog did its dispersion duty and was praised for helping clear the way for responders working an emergency scene on the foothills near Laguna Beach. Officials had a clear landing spot for a responding helicopter, all thanks to the dog's deft goat relocating skills. Although I'm sure the loud buzzing helicopter helped convince the herd to amscray. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Those are some brave dogs going after that bear like that.
Not just brave, but like so smart. Both dogs, the dogs that are doing the sheep herding and the dogs going after the bear. How does a dog get that smart? It's unbelievable.
I don't know. But also going back to the crash, too, I don't even know how we were looking back at that video, and I don't even know how the driver managed to not hit the police officer's or the trooper's motorcycle that was parked behind.
That was more impressive than anything, honestly. He swerved right in, avoided everything, and just hit the actual car.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Hoping everybody's okay out there.
Yep.
Well, this one goes out to Hunter and also my dad and all other Seinfeld fans out there. A baseball team invited fans to do their best Elaine dancing impressions the other night. The Brooklyn Cyclones held their 11th annual Seinfeld night with the Elaine Dance Contest. The Brooklyn Cyclones are a minor league baseball team of the South Atlantic League and the High A affiliate of the New York Mets.
All those are amazing. Deserve to be on the show, of course. And they all dress like Elaine, too. That's one of the best things in Seinfeld is seeing Elaine do that dance.
It is great. It is
Oh,
great.
my gosh.
Hey,
Spot on.
good outfits, too.
Yes.
Great costumes.
Look exactly like Elaine.
Also, it was
Absolutely.
funny going to the Hillary Duff concert the other night. Folks were dressed as folks from like the Lizzie McGuire show and the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Folks are very creative out there.
Yes, they are.
Hey, before we head to break here, money flies out of the window in our nicer months here in the Northland. Nearly $400 a weekend. That is what the average American spends on summer activities. In a recent survey by Daily Pay, that price tag reflects the balancing act many are facing in order to enjoy summer and have moments with family and friends. The most popular summer activities this year: dining at restaurants, spending the day at the beach or the lake, and going to movies, followed by having parties with friends and family, and also going on road trips.
Also important to note, there's a lot of options that you don't have to spend any money. Like the beach, you don't really have to spend money to go to the beach. So, but the $400, that's a lot of dough every single week.
But I'm sure when you went to the Fisherman's Picnic, you're like, I'm not going to spend that much. And then all of a sudden, you're like, you smell that bread, and you're like, $400.
Where's my wallet? My wallet's completely empty. What happened?
My credit card statement is too high.
Yes.
Coming up, little dogs hitting some big waves.
Well, the summer months have many of us spending time outdoors, oftentimes fighting off all the bugs. You talked about it on your canoe trip up north. It was pretty crazy, of course. So tomorrow, Rachel Hackbarth is testing out the Bug Assault. The makers claim that this product makes getting rid of flies a fun activity, and we're going to see tomorrow during this week's Does It Work product if it actually does work.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to load it up with salt. They're going to aim it at a fly, hopefully, and we'll see it happen.
I'm just going to say, coming from a family of two brothers, I just feel like it's going to end up to where you're shooting your brother with the salt in the eye or something.
It's not going to end up on a fly.
No.
I've seen some flies lately that have been very slow for some reason.
Really?
Like there's flies inside my apartment that I'm able to hit with ease.
You never are able to do that. You have to get the fly swatter usually.
I know. I
That's
don't know what happened with them, so I don't even need to buy it, but
Yeah.
we'll see if you need it tomorrow. It was Surf's Up this weekend for dogs in Northern California. Dozens of canines and their human handlers hitting the waves to show off their shredding skills at the World Dog Surfing Championship. Crowds lining the beach cheering the four-legged surfers on. The competition certainly fierce. Judges grading the contestants on the distance of their ride. They also threw in bonus points for style, and those proceeds from the annual event are then donated to various nonprofits to support dogs, surfing, and environmental needs.
Those dogs are really good at hanging 10. That's impressive.
They're shredding. Dogs taking on bears, dog taking on some killer waves.
Very dog-centric show. I love it. They're always a good time. Thank you for joining us here today. We love you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.